So my name's Tom McNamara. I'm mayor of the city of Rockford. I've been fortunate to be mayor the last 8 years, but some of the most important things you need to know about me is I'm youngest of 6 kids. My entire family has given our lives to service to this community. I also married way up in the world. I have an amazing wife named Sarah who owns a small business here in the city of Rockford. We have 2 beautiful kids, Olympia Rose and Malachi John, who attend Rockford Public Schools. When I came back to Rockford, I began serving people with disabilities and helping them get their jobs and live with dignity and be their best selves. And then I ran and was an insurance agent working with businesses in Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin, and ran a multi-million-dollar book of business. And then I ran for elected office and been fortunate to serve the last 8 years as mayor of the city of Rockford.
I was born and raised in Rockford. I met my wife, Mandy. She is a teacher at RPS 205, or an instructional coach. I have 2 wonderful daughters. I graduated from Christian Life High School, and after Christian Life, I went to Rock Valley College, where I played on the golf team for a few years, and started my career here in the wireless industry.
I'm running for mayor because I love the city and I also love what it can be. I feel like we've made a tremendous amount of progress in the last 8 years. We've reduced violent crime by 38%. Our property values have risen by 60%. We're the first administration to actually reduce our property tax levy. We've brought thousands of jobs to our community. Businesses and brands and individuals want to now move to Rockford after years of them wanting to leave. I think we have a lot more work to do.
I'm kind of tired of the status quo. I think Rockford deserves a lot better. I think that we're losing about 500 people a year. I see a lot of businesses leave Rockford. I believe that we need to actually see real economic growth in Rockford, and I'm just tired of the status quo. Also, I don't think anybody should run alone.
My top priorities as mayor of the city of Rockford is reducing violent crime, which we have by 38%, investing in our infrastructure, which this summer alone you're going to see more than $70 million worth of road work taking place in the city of Rockford this summer. Third, we're investing in our neighborhoods. We're increasing our property values. Our property values are up 60% and our neighborhoods are getting stronger. More people have the opportunity for home ownership. And fourth is education. We have invested in Rockford Promise, where every single child who lives in Rockford and earns a 3.0 can now go to college tuition free. And we want to make sure that it doesn't matter which zip code you live in or how much money is in your parents' bank account. We want you and our children to make sure that they can be their best selves right here in the city.
My top priorities is crime. Crime is way too high currently right now. You know, compared to other cities, we have almost 3 times the crime rate. Our taxes are not going down. Just because you lower the tax rate doesn't mean that your taxes go down. And the other one is our schools. We actually need to change the schools, and I want to be the leader that help changes that school.
So we've been addressing crime already in the city of Rockford. We're down 38% in violent crime and down 35% in property crime. We're doing it by doing 2 things. Number one, we've increased our police department budget by 59%. We have 160 license plate readers, 6 times increased the number of cameras in high crime and high traffic areas. We have social analytics software. We have front and rear radar detection on our squad cars, body cameras, and dash cameras. We're catching criminals when they commit violent crimes in the city of Rockford, but we're also getting to crime at its roots, which is looking at the data and talking to people with lived experience, specifically making sure that we're wrapping our arms around these young people who have been impacted by trauma so that we can help stop the cycle of violence that has plagued our city for decades.
Number one, we're down 32 officers that we have right now in the Rockford Police Department. Why are we down 32 officers? I will make sure that we get those officers hired. I will make sure our Police and Fire Commission to look at their hiring practices of what they're doing and how they're doing it, and making sure that we actually can hire the right people for the city of Rockford, because our residents deserve that.
Absolutely. So I'm really fortunate that I've been supported by the realtors, those individuals who are professionals who actually sell our community and know housing the best. And so we've created a property tax rebate program. So anyone who wants to build a new home in the city of Rockford, we'll rebate your taxes for 3 years. We'll waive all of your permits and water connection fees. But we're not just looking at people who want to come into our Rockford or build a new home. We're also helping protect those homes that are here. We have an expanded rehab program. So if you need to get critical home repairs repair work done, we have programs to help invest in the existing housing stock that's here. So we're investing in existing housing stock as well as creating new housing units, and it's working. In 2024, we had more single-family construction permits pulled than we have seen since 2007. More people want to live in Rockford today.
So right now, the housing market, like I said, 2020 happened, COVID happened. You could sell a shed in a 5-gallon bucket and it was going to be sold. And Rockford, we had a low value at in our housing market, and you know what? It boomed up, and that's fantastic. Our housing market's fantastic. We don't have a lot of inventory right now. We definitely need some more homes being built. It looks like we are getting some of those, so that's good. However, the taxes are going up. Just because our property values have gone up, that's great. Well, my property value has probably doubled since I purchased my home in 2014. However, I'm also paying double the taxes. So I'm not planning on leaving, I'm planning on staying here. So that's where we have to kind of look at it, so what we can do to reduce those taxes for our constituents that we have here in Rockford.
I guess one thing I would like to say is we have a proven track record. We're not someone who's just pointing out problems and has no real solutions. We're pointing out problems and we're coming to it with solutions, and these solutions include everyone and includes not forgetting about any part of our city. And I think you can look at that by where we're putting our infrastructure dollars. I think you can see that by us working with and expanding the Rockford Promise program. You can look at that with the historic water infrastructure program. You can look at that at the investments that we're making in our neighborhoods and the jobs that we're attracting to our area.
Yeah, I believe that I have the business background for it. I built my career as a part-time sales rep in the wireless industry, moved up to store manager, and became a director of sales. I built it brick by brick, employee by employee, state by state. And I believe I have the knowledge and the wherewithal. I sit on multiple boards, through even a Northwest Community Center, the Winnebago County Board of Health that I was put on by the Winnebago County board members. I've opened different businesses in Rockford. I opened Rural on Tap. So I have the business knowledge and the wherewithal. We're kind of where our city needs to go, because we absolutely have an influx of money that has came in through our 5% utility tax that the mayor put on. Also the casino money, the weed money, the video gaming money, and the 1% sales tax. Where's all that money going? I think we need to do a real close audit of where some of our money is going and making sure that we're spending it the right way for our taxpayers, so we can reduce crime and we can reduce our taxes and we can get our children educated and make sure that they have a future and a promise in Rockford for work or life.
I would be honored to have the support of our residents. I think right now in our nation's history, right now in the city of Rockford's story, we need a mayor that has a proven track record, a mayor that has actually gotten things done. We've increased our property values by 60%. We are seeing infrastructure improvements this summer alone. More than $70 million of road work's going to be taking place. We have invested in our children, and we right now have 400 of our kids on NIU's campus going there tuition free. We're reducing violent crime. We're down 38% in violent crime and down 35% in property taxes. We have a lot more work to get done here as a community, but I know that we can do that together, and I'm asking for your support on April 1st.
If you want lower taxes, if you want real change, and if you want real economic growth, you're going to vote for me on April 1st.